Hi folks, Dominic here again, and today I want to talk about stuff that held me back online. Just stuff I'm starting to recognise within myself, within my patterns online. And a lot of it, a lot of what I was discovering about myself is I had learned, I spent 7 years learning online, learning the internet, learning how to get products, learning how to set up landing pages, learning how to set up databases, learning how to build your list, learning lots of stuff. And I look at what stops me, or what has stopped me from moving forward. So I sort of look at my own flaws online. And what I discovered, I was just sitting yesterday evening and I was studying some traffic stuff, and I had Facebook open in the background, and just as I started playing my video to do my study, I discovered I was hearing these beeps in Facebook. So notifications or new messages coming in or chats coming in. And I came along then and I said to myself, do you know what? I said I'd put down my wall, please do not disturb, I'm in study. And I just sort of sat there thinking to myself, and I said, do you know what? I said, do I really have to have Facebook open when I'm doing this study? Or do I really have to have any other pages open when I'm doing this study, unless these pages are related to my study? That's what I did. I X'd out the Facebook, turned it off. I had Twitter open, I turned it off. I had many more pages open that were unrelated to the study I was doing at the time, so I turned all of them off. And that was all my distractions turned off, because what I discovered online was that I could go online to specifically study something. Like yesterday, now what I was studying was traffic. I love traffic, I love Google. I've been studying Google for a long time now, how it works, how to get to #1 in Google. That's where all the traffic is. I sort of believe this. I wrote a note on Facebook actually about this a couple of years back, that search traffic was, I believe, search targeted traffic, I believe, is the hottest traffic online, because this person is obviously searching for, if you have targeted hot enough, this person is searching for what you are offering. Now, to me that's very, very powerful. And like I said, I had to look at what was blocking me moving forward, and what definitely a very big thing blocking me moving forward was my own mindset drifting from we'll say my study to Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn to Pinterest to, it could be to anything. So my advice to anyone who is following these videos and who is following myself on my Google studies, this is video number 2 of the Google studies, is turn off all outside distractions when you are studying. Or when you have planned to write, to come along and set up a campaign, turn off all outside distractions and just concentrate strictly on setting up your campaign. Now I believe when you do that, you start to get results. That's my experience. You know, these distractions don't need to be turned on. You don't have to have these pages open. So you know, I think I just got to that point there now, really, where you're understanding what I'm saying. Do not have other distractions open on your computer when you don't have to have these pages open. But generally, going back to Google, I mean, I often thought about this. Where did Google start? And what did Google start with? So Google obviously started the same as a website. It's a page. You know, take this idea into your head and think about this. Now, this is a very big company in Ireland. Where did Dundee start, right? Dundee started with somebody buying a domain, www.dundee.ie, and it started with one page. Now, I actually looked at Dundee last night, and I think there's something like there's over 500,000 pages now on the Dundee platform that were actually built by customers placing ads. So, you know, every customer who places an ad equals a new doorway to Dundee platform, which is now floating out on top of Google. So somebody can now find Dundee through this ad and start using Dundee service. So really and truthfully, what's happening here is customers are building pages through placing ads. They're building microblogs through placing ads, and other people are stumbling across these microblogs online, and lo and behold, they probably end up using Dundee service to advertise some of their own stuff. So that's a very powerful model. I spotted this going on online a long time ago on Google. But like, another way to look at Google is just come back to, we said, where did Google start, right? Google started with a page. Obvious enough, right? It had to start somewhere. So www.google.ie, say .com, .us, dot every other country. And Google is a search engine, right? So search engine, right, equals people build content, it goes onto Google, or they launch it onto Google through launching their websites or through launching their blogs, and this content is now floating on Google. What I've discovered is this then. There is multiple, when I say multiple, I mean millions of different search terms online which are getting traffic. These search terms are based upon the pages that are floating on Google. So an example for that would be, say, like last night I was looking at a video, and there was a lose weight was one of the niches I was looking at. I was just looking at it for just taking an example, and this category is getting, to be exact, this category or this keyword is getting 450,000 searches per month on Google. Now think about this. If you had your product and your product was at number 1 in Google for that search term, your product is good, your product is proven to convert, and you are sitting number 1 in front of 450,000 people per month, it's inevitable you are going to get opt-ins and you are going to get sales. Now, I can sort of look back and I can look at myself, say, look at my own trends online and write, jumping, so constantly jumping from A to B to C to D to E to F to G, but never actually having a plan in place. Now, for me, that didn't work, because it's fairly common sense. You know, if a ship is leaving the port, the ship has a plan. The ship has a course. The ship is going to go on that course. If it doesn't have a course, it's going nowhere. Now I'm starting to realise this stuff within myself, and looking at my own flaws online. I often wondered, you know, how was I 7 years and I couldn't see this, but it's obvious enough. as time goes on, I study more, I focus more on the study I'm doing, and I start to see my own flaws that stops me from moving forward online. So that's it really for today. I hope I made sense to somebody, and if anybody wants to contact me or ask me any questions about Google, that's what I specialise in. I specialise in Google page 1, number 1, in 20 minutes. I sort of give a promise that if you have any market that you want to target online or on Google, I give a promise of having any company, nationwide, global, the world, any company I can have at number 1 in Google in 20 minutes. Now that's a high promise, but I've tested my tactics, and my tactics are working. They're delivering traffic to many companies, possibly in Ireland at the moment, and we're going to branch out further and work into different countries, different keywords. I mean, the market is huge. There's millions upon millions upon millions of keywords that companies possibly don't know about. It would probably be more advanced training than your standard company or person would understand. So I hope I made some sense today. And if you want to contact me, you can add me on Facebook. My name is dominichodnett. That's DOMINICHODNETT. Or if you want to contact me by email, you can contact me on dominichodnett@gmail.com. That's DOMINICHODNETT@gmail.com. If you have any questions, just bang it in an email, send it to me, and if I can help you in any way, I will. Hope I made some sense to somebody here today, and you'll be seeing more videos from me moving forward. Have a great day. Take care.